What's up everybody, Griffey here. Robert Englund is nearly 80. I love him, you love him, but it might be time to think about some fresh blood in the Nightmare franchise. Here then are the most important elements needed for recasting Freddy Krueger.
You shouldn't have buried me. I'm not dead.
Freddy's voice is iconic. Michael and Jason are cool, but there is nothing more terrifying than a sick burn as you're about to meet your maker. I'm way less scared of a giant guy silently tilting his head and staring at me than I am a TV turning into a cyborg and yelling, "Welcome to prime time, bitch," as it breaks my face. Sometimes words can cut deeper than a bladed glove. It's a boy! Wanna suck face? You're all my children now. Am I just gonna do all of these in Freddy voice? I am. No killer has ever had more memorable lines to welcome audiences to his nightmare. So, you have to have an actor who can deliver these cutting remarks while keeping a bit of menace. To me, this screams Walton Goggins. His long career has seen him play dirty cops, an unhinged holy man, and he already has experience playing a horrifically burned hat wearer. Imagine Freddy telling kids to, "Go outside, nerd, I ain't got time for your worthless chime-ins." Pretty good. Not bad. I can't imagine too many fans would be disappointed to see Baby Billy bring some Bible bonkers to Elm Street.
Welcome to Wonderland, Alice.
We all know that the true star of any good Elm Street movie is the world-class practical effects, so we must have a Wonka-like figure to walk us through the marvels of the dreamscapes he has written. Each one becomes an entirely new chocolate factory with which to murder children. Now I'm wondering, how many kids old Willie killed when we weren't invited into the factory? If he did all that to those kids in front of their parents with news cameras right outside of the factory, yikes. I can only imagine Willie's boiler room. I bet it's terrifying, Oompa Loompas and gloves and hats, but I digress. Anyway, we need an actor who can become the carnival barker of the giant games we set up in the film. This is where Simon Pegg would shine. Having began his career in the very meta-comedy space, it would be a delight to watch Simon Pegg gleefully dance through and fanboy out over his own creations. I think this version of Freddy would help remind us that as long as you have soul food pizza, roach motels, and gym shower murders, check out part 2, you know what I'm talking about, Freddy's pen will remain mightier than his sword. Freddy's scariness got a little diluted, to put it kindly, as the series went on. He essentially was a boomer Bugs Bunny that we all laughed with as he killed teenagers. The equation got out of whack. By the time we get to Freddy's Dead, he's dressing up as the Wicked Witch, playing a Nintendo Power Glove, saying, "Great graphics." Don't sell me Nintendo. Slice someone in half. Also, Roseanne and Tom Arnold. No! That's just one of my least favorite choices in any horror movie ever. New Nightmare rediscovers Freddy's edge. Then the much maligned reboot went way too far into the darkness, giving us a grimy, mumbling murderer with no fun to be found anywhere. So split the difference, Hollywood. Bring back some of the menace of the Springwood slasher and cast Caleb Landry. He has shown an ability to be funny in the midst of horror, like in The Last Exorcism and Get Out. But his uncanny ability is to create dread and unease with a simple stare that would really shine through the prosthetic burn makeup. Caleb can really ramp up the creep factor, and reminding the audience that you are in the presence of Freddy Krueger, child murderer, should be crucial to the character. However, Caleb is only the second best man for this job.
I've been away from my children for far too long.
To me, there is one actor who would dominate every element of Freddy Krueger. A man who can carry this dusty franchise back to the top of the horror mountain where it belongs. That actor is Michael Shannon. He's got raw intimidation. He's got weird-ass bulging eyes. He's got the booming voice. He looks good in a hat. And his menacing form will bring a new physicality to Freddy. And he's funny too, albeit not in a Bugs Bunny way, which is good. He'll often find a more dry and subtle way to get a laugh in the midst of his serious performances. I think this is what Englund did at his very best. He was manic and laughing at his own jokes, yes, but it was in the framework of a real monster. To me, there is no better performer to make us laugh at our worst nightmares. So that's my thoughts on how I would recast Freddy Krueger. Who would you cast to bring new life to Freddy? Which actor can wake up this monster like a dog stream of flaming urine? And if you say Jackie Earl Haley, I'm throwing your comment into the sun.